Hello boys and girls. Today is our second lesson on algebra, Introduction to Algebra with Multiplication and Division today. So we're just going to back up and remember that multiplication is repeated addition. So for example, right here in A, they add 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. If I write that as a multiplication sentence, that's 3 groups of 4, 3 times 4, which is equal to 12. And we'll try C. 10 plus 10 plus 10, 3 groups of 10, 3 times 10, and that is equal to 30. And then D, here we are with algebra symbols, my square plus my square plus my square, that's 3 times the square, which is equal to 3 square. And that's that. So we will be looking at algebra and multiplication today, and division as well. We'll start with multiplication. In this repeated addition sentence, box plus box plus box equals 6 has to be the same every time, so it must be 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. As a multiplication sentence, that's 3 times 2 equals 6. And here, box plus box plus box plus box, 4 of those equals 3, 6, 9, 12. What must that be? It must be 3. And the multiplication sentence would be 4 times 3 equals 12. And what about this? Something plus itself is equal to 8. So that must be 4. And the multiplication sentence is 2 groups of 4 equals to 8. All right. So now, let's look at this picture. 4 times some number equals 2, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. To make it simpler than having all these apples, let's just look at this multiplication sentence that has algebra. 4 times something equals 20 with the numeral 20. So we have to figure out what's missing. I think you all know your math facts, and it would be 4 times 5 equals to 20. Here, 5 times something equals 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. They've written it here, 5 times something equals the numeral 15, and we know what's missing is a 3. All right, so what method did you use? We were just probably recalling our math facts to solve for the missing algebraic part. Now, another method you can use, other than just saying what would fit into the missing algebraic part or what would fit into the missing box, is to do division, do the opposite operation. And we've done this before. I'll show you what I mean. 3 times something equals 24. I am missing one of the numbers, and what I can do here is go 24 divided by 3 equals, and I use my division facts and I know that equals 8. And then I check my work. 3 times 8 equals 24. Here, 5 times some number equals 45. I am going to use my method of dividing 45 divided by 5 equals to what? And the answer is 9. All right? And if anybody feels like they're ready, we could even try a bonus. 3 times some number equals 240. I take my big number, 240 divided by 3. And what is that? And you may remember, we can cover up the 0, divide. 24 divided by 3 is 8. And then add back the 0. And the answer is 80. That was a bonus question. All right. So, another thing you need to remember is multiplication is commutative. What does that mean? It means that you can multiply 2 numbers in any order and always get the same answer. So 3 times box equals 27, or box times 3 equals 27. True. Should these two equations have the same answer? Well, let's think. To solve this one using division, I go 27 divided by 3, and it equals to 9. To solve this one, I go 27 divided by 3, and it equals to 9. Yes, that doesn't matter what order two things are multiplied in. They will have the same answer here when we divide, and it's because of the commutative property. So let's use division to solve these equations. Here we go. 4 times something equals 32. I'm going to say 32 divided by 4 equals 2, and you know the answer is 8. What about this one? Something times 4 equals 32. That's just like this one, but in a different order. Well, because of the commutative property, the answer is the same. 4 times 8 is 32, and 8 times 4 is 32. And here in this example, 20 times box is 100. I'll do my division. 100 divided by 20 equals to 5. And here, same numbers. 100 divided by 20, doesn't matter what order they're in, this will still be 5. 5 times 20 equals 100. 20 times 5 equals 100. Excellent. Okay, so it's going to have, in your workbook today, they're going to have a whole bunch of equations that are missing a number, and you're going to use the strategy when it says times an unknown number, you're going to divide to find out the unknown number. So for A, 3 times something equals 21. Your strategy is to divide 21 divided by 3 equals to 7. Excellent, and I'll do C. 7 times some number equals 70. We're going to take the big number at the end. 70 divided by 7 equals 2, and you know the answer is 10. And we will do one bonus question for fun. Let's go to G. Something times 3 equals 3,000. We take the big number, 3,000, and divide it by 3, and we get to 1,000. Excellent work. Okay, awesome, you guys. All right, now let's look at algebra when you see it in a division equation or a division sentence. This time, some big number divided into 5 equal groups equals 7. How do we think of that? How do you visualize that? Well, imagine you have some apples divided into 5 equal groups, and there's going to be an answer of 7 into each group. So if I had 5 groups of 7, how do I possibly find how many I started with? Well, I could count by 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, and I find out there's 35 total. That is like multiplying 5 times 7 to find out the total that I started with before I divided. The answer would be 35. Let's look at some more. In this division equation, A, some big number divided into 5 equal groups gives you 20 in each group. How am I going to find that big number? I am going to multiply these two together. 20 times 5 equals 100. Let's see if this makes sense. 100 divided by 5 equals 20. It works. So these are all called fact families. I can multiply 2 of them together to get the big answer, and I can divide the big answer by 1 of them to get the other number. Let's try another one. Some number in B divided by 6 equals 100. I am going to multiply these 2 numerals together, and I'm going to get 600. Now I'm going to put 600 up here and see if it works. 600 divided by 6 does equal 100. It works. All right, now in this question, they put the algebraic symbol or the missing number second. This time they're saying 45 divided by something equals 5. So the second number is missing here, not the big number. And so I have to think again, what times 5 equals to 45? 5 times what equals 45? And you all know that that is 9. So depending on where the missing number is, you'll have to use different strategies. The way you make sure you did it properly is always check that it makes sense. Does this make sense? 45 divided by 9 equals 5. Okay, we're going to stop there, go back to DAX, and find out your assignment for today for algebra on multiplication and division. Have fun!